G'day, welcome back to NS2HD. If you are joining us on NS2HD, and thanks for being with us live on the Twitch. If you are watching on the Twitch, and got a conversation going on there, so join the chat if you can join the chat. Given the interesting problems that Twitch chat is having right now, this is the third game that I am casting this morning with DGL Neshi. You laugh at me every time I pronounce it. DGL Neshi.
Yeah, good.
DGL Neshi.
That's very good.
DGL Neshi, and he is the co-creator of Insight, which is a modification to Skycam, which is a mod created by Deshawn, so it's mod upon mod, and it's really cool because this new version of Skycam gives you this awesome view where you can see in the top left we have the players, their health, their current life form. In the bottom we have the command station and hive, health and location, and of course all these stats here up the top. So it's very cool, and these two teams are right now in the ready room and getting ready to play. Neshi, how do you think the play is going to change now that we've moved from Turtle to Summit?
It will be a lot harder for Marines to pressure the way that it's on Turtle. It's just that the distances are so much bigger, and there's not so many paths you can take to get from one point to the other as in Turtle. So it's harder to pressure on multiple sides at the same time and not get caught on the way.
And what Neshi means there is this central crossroad which effectively spokes out into all the other rooms. So it's basically a hub and spoke system, whereas Turtle is kind of this messy system where everyone can go everywhere. So it's a very different style of map, and it's very exciting. Now the fixed spawns, so it's sub-access and atrium, is that right?
Yeah, I'm not sure whether they also include data core and flight control. I don't actually know. Interesting.
So we will see. So to everyone watching, this is a version of Summit where the spawns are fixed to try and introduce a bit more balance for competitive play. And competitive players in Natural Selection 2 usually lead the way with new interesting balance ideas, and this is one of them, returning to fixed spawns, or at least spawns in Summit that give some distance between the alien marine teams.
Yeah, and most importantly, they closed off the vent from comp lab to sub-access and ventilation to ensure that the marine start is safe from rushes.
So that's this vent over here behind the pipes. You can see it is closed off. That's open in the public game version. Alright, here we go, and it looks like we are going to have sub-access and atrium being the starting hive and command station locations. And we are off. And game start. This is the third game cast. We are off. The Marines moving hard left. They know where the aliens are. Everyone knows where each other. And look at this. Both teams going in different directions down the map. So we might have initial contact, perhaps in Crossroads. It looks like the aliens are going to go up via Crossroads, down through Pipe Junction, and we're going to have some initial contact here on the left-hand side of Crossroads. But both teams kind of avoiding each other at the start of the game.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous to go all in on one side for the Marines, but they're doing pretty good because the aliens didn't make a rush on the ventilation side.
Yeah, you don't want to be caught with... Oh, we've got quite a bit of alien pressure here in the base. This could be really bad for the Marines early in the game.
Yeah, but 2 Marines should be able to clean this up.
1 skulk left. Yep, that's okay. The commander did go down, but they're going to recover from that nicely. And that's actually going to allow the Marines to pressure into reactor. And I think they're going to catch these drifters before the harvester is actually built. This is big. Both drifters going down simultaneously. How's that for firing discipline? Kharaa gets the drop on Elmo.
Yeah, they caught the 2 drifters in reactor and 1 in crevice before, and I think they also got 1 or 2 cysts. Yeah, they got 2 cysts. That's 10 res lost in total, and especially not only res lost, it's time lost.
That is a nice blow. for Marines to strike early in a game. Grissy going back and forth here, baiting this Marine. Look at him, he's trying to get his parasites in to the Marines down the hallway, but he is going to be pushed back. And meanwhile, good alien pressure on the ventilation extractor is going to push the Marines back a little bit towards their base. In terms of tech, we have fast shotguns. It looks like Natalie has a shot. No, he doesn't, sorry, and I can even check that on your fantastic new overlay. Neshi?
No.
The extractor goes down.
We'll need to redesign that a bit. It's a bit... it's not clear enough, in my opinion. It doesn't have enough contrast. So you need some time to actually make out whether that's a shotgun or a rifle.
That's alright, we are getting there, and every step is a big step, and it's all cumulative, and we haven't even released this game yet, so any improvements we do now are just fantastic. Yuki and Grissy might actually be able to lock down the extractor here in Computer Lab. TRC has a shotgun though, so he has a chance, and in fact there's two Marines there, both with shotguns. They're going to lock that down. Sonomi loses his shotgun in data core. And now Natalie is about to encounter a lot of aliens on his own in ventilation. He adopted a fantastic position there to be able to defend himself, but Wari manages to close the distance. Other Marines are entering and are going to prevent ventilation going down. Where's this lurk at? I can hear him.
Yeah, in crevice.
Ah, in crevice, that's interesting. An interesting sound bug happening there. I was nowhere near crevice. Zup's being given the nano shield. Yuki's health is looking fantastic, so he's just fine right now. His health is up at 90%.
Yeah, they're just shooting the harvester.
Ah, that's what it is. Need to get down to free look to see that. And they do get it down, which is very disappointing. The lurk just not able to do enough damage per second to take down that harvester. Sorry, to take down those Marines before they took the harvester out. Marines have got mines researched. Interesting to see mines at a competitive team so early. I'm a bit surprised. Scream says Madrid scored.
We'll see whether they put them to good use.
It is interesting. I would have expected weapons 1 or armor 1 rather than mines.
Yeah. They can be actually good to kill lurks sometimes, but it's very, very hard to do.
To kill lurks? Interesting. How would you use a mine to kill a lurk?
You just put them on the top of a doorway and then chase the lurk down.
Gotcha.
And try to get him to run into that mine or fly into it.
Look at this.
But it's really hard.
This is great Hydra play here, placing them up on the top of the roof rather than on the floor, prevents grenade launcher damage, or at least mitigates it, and we have this Gorge looking after his garden in here, so this is great play. Yuki backing him up with the gas.
And Marines still going for weapons. I don't really agree with that decision, I'm not sure.
Yeah, because we will see fades in 6 res, that's not a lot of time. There's going to be no armor 1 or armor 2. It is interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they're going to have weapons 1 shotguns by the time the fades appear on the field. There are going to be at least 3 fades, maybe even 4. Probably 3 because you'd expect 1 to go for honors. Is that right, Neshi?
Yeah, definitely.
This whip trying to save this harvester, but it's not quite close enough. TRC taking damage though, and the Hydras actually managed him to finish him off. No, it was the spikes. So some good play there by the Ants, although they lost the harvester. Oh no!
Yeah, the Marines are still putting on good pressure, even though the map is not as good for pressure as Turtle.
And watch this, guys. Watch as the aliens tick over to having enough res for fade. Watch as I expect what will happen is the fight will go from here to here with these fades out on the field. So we'll see if it happens without... look at this. Weapons level 2. They are just not even going for armor level 1.
Yeah, they're just committing to weapons now. Maybe they're also overestimating their effect on the alien economy.
They may be, because the aliens do have 3 harvesters still. They've killed, the Marines have killed 3, so they're probably feeling good. But I don't think I think they think they've got a larger tech res lead than they actually have. They've only got a 30% tech res lead, and they've just lost an extractor.
Yeah, and they don't really have any PRS lead, so and the PRS is what determines whether you can go fade or not. And there's one fade up now.
Yeah, Kharaa is a fade, and he's traveling up the left side of the map. He's just taking down TRC. Actually, Grissy gets the kill, but Kharaa is there. And he doesn't look like he's got fade. He's only got Shadow Step at the moment, so he's probably on Carapace and Shadow Step.
Yeah, the aliens do have a mature hive. They have one res. I'm not sure whether they have augmentation or.
So augmentation is the ability that allows your aliens to get second abilities, like blink for the fade. That used to be you used to need 2 hives for that. Now you can do it on 1. So big changes to the alien commander recently. Another harvester down. That's good, but the aliens already have the fades, so I'm not sure how important it's going to be. And they are going to be able to drop this hive whenever they want. They've got good defenses. They've got a whip here and these hydras up here, backed up by the gorge. So it's looking very good for them at the moment, I think.
Yeah, the Marines are a bit low on rest right now. They only have 1 extractor, the second one going up in combat.
Unfortunately, already being harassed by a lurk. So they are low on res, and 60p res total. I don't know what tech they're gonna go for next. Armor level 1 would be pretty much useless, because that by the time they got armor 2, it would probably be too late. You can see they've mined one of their infantry portals over here to try and defend it from skulks that might come in and harass. But that's a lot of res for little benefit, in my opinion.
Yeah, and if you destroy 1 mine, all the mines will be lost, so they're not placed well enough.
Now we see the effect of the fades on this Marine pressure. Until now, the Marines were able to get up in here and kill this harvester over and over. Also, note the way that Zico, as the gorge over here, is growing this growing that harvester with his heal spray. The alien commander no longer allowed to, able to grow structures very quickly without gorge help. Oh, fantastic ambush by Wiry there. He just hid behind the pillar for long enough for the Marine to wait here, and then bang, straight out ambush. Fantastic.
Yeah, the Marines are still doing surprisingly good. The aliens can't put on enough pressure, and it seems like they lost their lurk. I didn't even see that. I think Grissy is evolving to lurk now.
Yep, there we go. Grissy pops as lurk.
And we'll probably see Scrime as Nonos again in a minute or so.
Scrime, the badass Onos. He did a lot of damage last game. Will he do it again? Look at this alien infestation encroaching onto Marine territory over here. And we've got skulks and fades in here and gorge. I don't think the Marines are going to be able to hold ventilation for very long. Oh, that was fantastic play by that fade. As soon as the Marines came to about here, the fade made the blink behind them and attack from behind. So great baiting there by that fade. And they are just going to totally clean up, and that extractor is going down. An extractor drop in flight.
They've done great work on both sides at the same time. They took down vent and flight.
So Archaea seems to be on top of this game, even if they aren't pressuring in very far.
Wiry was on 16 health in ventilation just. That was close.
Oh, look at that. Elmo knew it too. He was trying to chase him down, but Zico's going to heal him up just fine. There's armor level 2 going up, by the way, at 50% done, so we're finally going to see armor level 2 out. I'm happy to see that for the Marine team.
Yeah, but I think it's too late.
I agree.
And the aliens have got a second hive growing.
Yep, there's the hive drop. You can see its health down there in the bottom of the screen. Some mines going off in the base. The bile bomb set them off. And look at this, hydras being set up in ventilation. It's going to make it very hard for the Marines to pressure in here. They're just going to get hit by this hydra straight away. It's going to allow the Fade to clean up in here. This gorge is just fantastic. Although, did he just die? What?
Yes,
He just died. Yep, just then, getting killed. A small blow though, and easily re-evolved. Scream is Onos. He's moving up the map. Zups would have seen that. He's hiding because he saw the Onos go past. So this Onos is going to cause a lot of trouble very quickly for the Marine team. A lot of combat in computer lab as well. The Marines trying to push out and re-secure here. They're just not able to hold territory though. I mean...
Yeah, but they got the leg down, so Chrissy needs to re-evolve again.
Either at any time the Marines are trying to push into their close extractors in this game, they're just getting pushed back. The aliens are pushing them back to the Marine start, which is very, very good for the aliens. Very bad for the Marines to be locked in with such little res. We've got a new gorge, and Scream is coming in as Onos right now.
Yeah, and Yuki's actually going for Dirk now instead of Chrissy, and Chrissy's probably saving up for a second Onos.
And note the way the gorge sits behind the Onos, and there's the stomp on the infantry portals, and that's going to stop them. Oh, Grissy manages to kill Verify. There will be no beacon. This could be GG. There will be no beacon.
Yeah. This is it.
Yep, the infantry portals are down. There's no way these Marines are going to have the firepower to kill this Onos now. There's only 3 of them left, and they cannot respawn. The command station down to 40%. A gallant effort by these returning Marines trying to defend their base, but it's not going to happen. That is it. So no commander in the end for the alien team. Scream just came out, went Onos. Fantastic play. I love it. And that is the end of this third game I've been casting with Neshi, and I think we'll have a 4th one. So thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and stick around. We will be having more very soon.